Oh my god, we're continuing. Even though I'm behind the counter, I can't help but check my phone every minute for a new message from CAINE. I don't remember what we just did. Yes, I'm back to this filter. I love it. We're going on a date this weekend, but I'm excited and nervous at the same time. I want to see him so bad. Thoughts of that night we spent together in the cabin come flooding back in my mind, and I end up blushing. I still can't believe that happened between us. What happened? That was so like... I don't know. It was so, I don't know the word. I don't know, I'm tired. Finally, a customer enters the store. A much-needed distraction. I can't keep fantasizing about CAINE in the middle of the workday. She's literally so horny. Hello, is there anything I can help you with? I ask politely. The woman shakes her head. Just browsing, she replies. I let her wander around the store on her own, browsing through the available collection. Eventually, she reaches the area which has my own clothes, and she inspects a cute blouse. Excuse me, she calls for my attention. Wait, does she order in clothes on her own? I thought she made a... I thought the shop was so she could sell her own stuff. Yes, is there anything you need? I walk over towards her. She shows the yellow blouse in her hands. Is this in any other colour? Yes, I've got it in green here as well. I browsed through the rack to pull out the green version. She simply looks at it and shakes her head. No, that one is an ugly colour as well. Never mind. Ugly? What's wrong with the green or yellow? They're muted colours. I think they look just fine. It's too bad. The design is rather cute, but the colours just remind me of puke, she sighs. I find myself getting annoyed at her tactless comments. My work does not look like puke. There are a lot of people who like that kind of colour, I say through gritted teeth. The woman snorts. Yeah, people with no taste. I need to close my window. I'm stunned at having this woman insult my work so directly. How rude of her. If she doesn't like my work, she can go ahead and leave. Well, if that's what you think, then you probably won't be finding anything you like here, I eventually say in an annoyed tone. She nods her head. Indeed, I don't think so either. Have a good day. She finally turns around and leaves the boutique. I find my heart racing at her tactless comments. I'm just so annoyed right now. Just because she didn't like a couple of the colours, she wasn't even, like, dissing your design. She was dissing the colours. I'm getting worked up about a random woman who probably knows nothing about fashion anyway. I take my phone from the counter and browse the Daisy Dots website to cheer myself up. Thankfully, I don't have any messages waiting for me from that stupid troll to ruin my day even more. Saturday can't come fast enough. Finally, Saturday arrives. It's 11 AM, and I'm waiting for CAINE to arrive at the station. I haven't seen him all week. My nerves are getting the best of me. It's our first day. I'm way too dressed up for simply shopping around, but I don't care. I'm excited. Then I finally spot CAINE in the distance. His red hair is like a beacon at times. There you are, he says, a little out of breath. He's not wearing a beanie today. I cock my head to the side and smile at him. His hair, he changed it. He straightened it and parted it like I did before. It's so cute. I mean, he did it differently, didn't he? I thought you were waiting at the other exit. I shake my head. Sorry, I guess I should have specified. CAINE simply narrows his eyes at me, then lets out a long and exasperated sigh. Then he stuffs his hands into his pockets, looking down at the floor. Whatever, you ready to go? Yeah, I say cheerfully. Do you want to hold my hand? CAINE doesn't respond for a second, remaining stoic. Then the wheels in his head start turning and he averts his gaze towards my hand. Immediately his cheeks turn red. I can't help but grin at his reaction. My hand? He stutters. Yes, do you want to hold hands? CAINE's mouth drops open. Quickly he hides his red face by blocking it with his arm, turning away from me. He looks positively adorable. Then, in a very timid way, his index finger touches the back of my hand. He's hesitant and nervous, but that doesn't stop him from inching closer. I wait patiently until he's gathered all his courage to fully clasp my hand within his own. Sorry, I'm still unsure of what I should be doing, he mumbles. You're doing just fine. Even your hair's looking nice. CAINE finally looks at me with a small and awkward smile. You always look nice. Like an arrow straight through the heart, he didn't even have to be told what to do. What a smooth line. I'm so happy right now. My heart feels like it's about to burst into fireworks. CAINE gives a small tug on my hand and off we walk towards the market, hand in hand. Velvet, chiffon, organza, silk. Hundreds of different kinds of fabrics are lined along the stalls. The market has such a huge collection, I don't even know where to begin. I love shopping for fabric. I didn't realize you'd be this hyper, mentions CAINE. What? How can you not be? Look at this treasure trove. It's got everything I'll ever need. I happily strut over to the nearest booth, dragging CAINE behind me. He's still holding onto my hand. Looking for anything specific? He asks, genuinely curious. A lot of dark blues, gold, and star patterns. Stars? Yeah, I told you before, right? I'm gonna do a star-themed collection. I don't really care much about fashion, but that's probably the only time I'll make an exception, says CAINE with a grin. I like anything related to stars. When you took me out to see the Milky Way, it sort of clicked, I explain. I want to capture that feeling and express it through my clothes. I finally let go of CAINE's hand and dig through the rolls of fabric at the booth. The different kinds of textures feel great against my skin. Perhaps I can create a velvet dress in navy blue. I'll have to make sure it doesn't look too heavy though, so it would need to be a short skirt length. As I'm deep in thought, I quickly go towards the next vendor, completely absorbed in my craft. I get my hands on some dark blue velvet. I feel like I hit the jackpot. Happily, I turn towards CAINE. Look! Except it's not CAINE I see to my right, it's a pole from the stand instead. In the blink of an eye, CAINE swiftly places his hand on my forehead, preventing me from slamming right into it. Shocked, I stand stock still with the fabric in my hands. I blink at his palm, obscuring my sight. Geez, watch out, he sighs in relief. I take a small step back and CAINE removes his hand. Wow, I really didn't see that pole. That was some very quick thinking of him. CAINE is unexpectedly very observant. Sorry, I mumble, unsure why I'm really apologizing. I lose track of my surroundings when I'm shopping, I admit. I noticed. CAINE then cocks his head to the side, flashing me a cheeky smile. But you're kinda cute when you get all lost in thought like that. I raise my eyebrows at him in shock. My heart does a little flip in my chest. Huh? Cute? I wasn't prepared to be showered in compliments today. Nothing, never mind, keep looking, he grumbles and quickly looks away. Even though I'm here to shop for fabric, it's still my date with CAINE first and foremost. This thief is stealing my heart little by little. We continue to browse the booths. I've picked out a few rolls of fabric that really suit my needs. CAINE is the one that accepts the bag from the vendor. What the hell? It's super heavy, he complains. You don't need to carry it for me, I can do it myself, I say as I reach for the bag in his hand. He swiftly pulls it out of my reach. No way, you'll be complaining you're tired after 5 minutes. I don't want to listen to that. So much for saying you don't want to be a mule, I say with a chuckle. CAINE grits his teeth at me, then extends out his other free hand towards me. Whatever, give me a hand, might as well carry all the weight. I happily hold his hand, snickering at his gruffness. One moment he's super charming and open, and the next second he's awkward and unrefined. He's like a diamond in the rough. I'm having a great time browsing the selection of fabrics with CAINE. Steadily, the amount I've bought is increasing. Stubborn as hell, CAINE carries it all for me. I feel bad for him, though. I don't want him to get tired lugging around all this weight. When's this fashion show happening anyways? CAINE asks after a while. It starts on August 18th. I've got a spot on the 19th, though. You don't have much time left, he remarks. Yeah, I need to work fast. August is already next month. I stare at him from the corner of my eye, wondering if perhaps my webcam's dying. Yeah, good. Good stuff. Is that because... Nope, it's not. Okay. Just give me 1 second. It hasn't done this in a while, so... I don't know what's going on. I stare at him from the corner of my eye, wondering if perhaps CAINE would like to come watch too. Do you want to come? To watch your collection, he asks. My designs, yeah. I don't know. How much does a ticket cost for that sort of thing? 1 minute. I grin at him, giggling a little. It's okay, I can get you a discount even with the backstage access. CAINE cocks an eyebrow at me. I need to keep an eye on the webcam. Backstage? Why would I want to see what happens backstage? To see me, of course, I state bluntly. CAINE's cheeks gain a steady amount of colour. Oh, he blurts out. Are you going to be a model? I shake my head. No, I'll be helping the models get dressed though. So everyone's getting undressed except you. Are you implying you want to see me undressed? I smirk at him. CAINE's eyes bulge out at this turn of events. Huh? No, I'm not. He drops my hand and angrily stomps away from me. It's so easy to push his buttons. 2 hours later and I've bought as much as I wanted. There's so many bags, CAINE couldn't carry them all alone, so I'm lugging around some bags as well. Are you done yet? My feet are killing me, CAINE whines. Look who's complaining now, huh? I point out. Well, I'm the one who's been carrying your shit this entire time. Alright, let's rest and have lunch. Finally. I know a good place, I suggest with a smile. Oh, it's the cafe we met Neil in. We stand in front of the register, deciding what we want to order from the menu. Oh, if you don't, since I'm going to be putting these in their own separate things. I'm fucking up my necklace. This is not tight enough. Yeah, I've already done Neil's route. We stand in front of the register deciding what we want to order from the menu. When we recited our order, I turned to CAINE. Why don't you go find us a seat while I wait? Not saying anything, CAINE simply pries the bags from my hand and saunters away. I can't help but stare at his retreating bag. I thought she was going to say something horny. Okay, that's my bad. He's been so helpful the entire time, I almost feel pampered. Well, that's not a bad thing. We even held hands a few times. It really does feel like a date. Not to mention he's done way more lewd things with his hand. Memories... Okay, so he used his hand. Okay, so hand stuff. It was hand shit like I thought. Gotcha. Not to mention he's done way more lewd things with his hand. Memories of the cabin flash back into my mind once again. He's making the heat rise to my cheeks. Okay, I should not... Okay, so it went horny. It went horny. Okay. Okay, I should not be thinking about that night while I'm out in public. That's way too embarrassing. Though I'd be lying if I said I didn't want it to happen again. Gosh, when did I turn into such a pervert? That's what I'm saying. Ma'am, your order is ready. The clerk calls out to me. I think there are less chapters in this route, but it's longer. I snap out of my thoughts and quickly take the tray from her. There's something about looking for Caine's red hair that makes me feel all giddy. I spot him at the furthest booth in the back. All the bags are on the floor underneath the table. I set the tray down onto the table. I'm dying of hunger, says CAINE as he quickly grabs a fork and knife and cuts a piece out of his grilled cheese sandwich. I sit down on the opposite side and smile at the cheesecake in front of me. Enjoy, you earned it, I say cheerfully. Thanks for carrying around my stuff. He gives me a curt but bashful nod, then continues his assault on his sandwich. Did you say he cut into his sandwich? Bro, just eat it with your friggin' hands. Who are you? I try out a bite from my cheesecake as well. The rich texture just melts on my tongue. It's delicious. Is it good? CAINE asks, noticing my delightful expression. It is, yes. Want to try it? CAINE shrugs, if you're offering. I cut off it's so... I understand if people want to play that type of character or whatever, but it's so boring. Like, the other option is so boring. I cut off a small part and balance it delicately on... In my opinion. I'm not trying to offend anyone. It delicately on the top of the fork, holding it in front of CAINE's face. I might need my wrist thingy. This sort of reminds me of that time I tried to get him to eat that chicken sandwich at college. Are you serious? CAINE asks, bewildered at my boldness. I tilt my head to the side and give him a mischievous grin. Why? Don't you want it? There's people around, he grumbles defiantly. So, we're in the back. No one's watching us. CAINE's face slowly morphs from genuine horror to apprehension, and finally to submission. Oh, I thought he was never submissive. Fine, he grunts. Closing his eyes, he leans forward across the table, aiming for the cheesecake on my fork. Slowly, he parts open his lips. It looks a little sensual from my point of view because I'm a horny motherfucker. But I happily rest the tines on his bottom lip. Is that what the end of the forks are called? Wow, didn't know that. When I'm writing, I do have to look up like what certain things are called. Like if someone's grabbing a part of a shirt, I need to know what that part of the shirt is called. So that makes sense that, like, if I was to do a scene like this, I'd probably be like, I can't just say the forks of the fork. I would probably be like, oh, I need to look up what the word is, if there is a word for the top bit on the fork. I hope that's what it means. CAINE covers the entire fork with his mouth, then leans back, taking the small piece of cheesecake with him. I can't help but grin when I see the fork slip out of his mouth. He looks really bashful. I love this expression. See, that wasn't so bad now, was it? I say with a smirk. CAINE ignores me as he savours the taste of the cheesecake before swallowing. Is it good? Not bad. I smile at him, simply glowing at this point for seeing CAINE go along with my request. Oh, I guess now's a good time, he says all of a sudden. My ears perk up. CAINE takes something out of his pocket. Oh, it's a music box. A small paper bag. It's an envelope. He timidly scratches the back of his neck as he slides it across the table towards me like we're doing a drug deal. This is for you. Me? I ask as I lift it up and look at it. It's really light, but I can tell there's something inside it. I take off the little piece of tape holding it shut and dump out whatever was inside. Oh, be careful with it. A golden necklace slides out of the packaging. Gold doesn't really suit me. Sorry. Thank you for inviting me out that weekend, he explains. Bro, you paid for yourself. Oh, well, that's pretty, though. There's a pendant on the end in the shape of a small blue moon. I inspect it closer. The moon is decorated with golden stars, and it's got glitter inside. Oh, cute. It's like it's sparkling with tiny stars. Do you like it? CAINE asks shyly. It's gorgeous. I breathe out in awe. Did you make this? CAINE slowly nods his head. He looks really anxious about my reaction. Wow, you're amazing. You've got a lot of talent. CAINE flops his head down onto the table, hiding his face away from me. Let me put it on, I say eagerly and unclasp the small hook. I slip the necklace around my neck and try to get the small lock to close, except I can't get it right. I look over at CAINE, who's having some kind of existential crisis, then I hold out the necklace towards him. Can you help me put it on? He lifts his head up from the table, staring at me for a couple of seconds before deciding what to do. Oh, yeah, sure, he says awkwardly, and quickly gets up from his seat. He walks over to my side and takes the necklace from my hand. I turn my back to him and brush away the hair, exposing my bare neck. The coolness of the necklace touches the surface of my skin as CAINE wraps it around my neck. His knuckles brush up against me, making that area feel warmer. My skin prickles with goosebumps when I feel his breath lightly tickling me. He's so close right now. All of a sudden, CAINE's lips are pressed against the side of my neck. I draw in a sharp breath as he leaves a small kiss behind. That's such a sneak attack. I'm completely caught off guard. CAINE, I call out. There are people. It's like the vanilla of vanilla. Who fucking cares? You're the one who said we're in the bag, he murmurs against my ear. My face heats up in response. He's using my own words against me. What's gotten into him all of a sudden? Well, you know, some people really think the neck is, like, sexy. CAINE withdraws and quickly tries to fasten the necklace, but accidentally lets go of his hold on the... Oh, well, that's just embarrassing. Accidentally lets go of his hold on the necklace, and the necklace slips away from my neck. It falls to the floor and underneath the table. My bad, I'll get it. Ooh, actually, this could be, like, a good moment. CAINE quickly dives underneath the table. I press my hand against the spot where CAINE kissed me before. It's hot to the touch. I'm getting goosebumps. I didn't expect CAINE to be so bold and just go for it. But I can't say I dislike it. In fact, I'm craving his touch. Do you see it? I ask him, realize CAINE's taking a while. I think it went underneath the booth. Just don't look at my skirt, okay? There's suddenly a hand brushing at my ankle. Ooh. Too late. Are you gonna kiss me there too? I ask him. The back of CAINE's hand stalls, lingering on my skin, but then it moves again up towards my knee, reaching the hem of my skirt. My heart starts pounding faster when I feel CAINE's fingers fan out against the inside of my thigh. Damn. Guy's got game. He's seriously going for it. Valkii? Oh, damn. I instantly smash my legs together, crushing CAINE's hand in the process. I look up next to me. Oh crap. It's Sarah and Kevin. The heat rises to my cheeks. They've caught us in a very compromising position here. I push my hand down on CAINE's head, forcing him to stay low. He better not come out of there right now, not unless he wants to explain why he was underneath the table, feeling up my leg in the first place. Okay. You're making a mountain out of a molehill. He will come out with the necklace and be like, oh, I was just getting this necklace. They don't know. They don't know his hand was where it was. Sarah and Kevin, hi, I greet them awkwardly. I thought you were out on a date. Sarah cocks her head to the side. We are. We decided to get something to drink over here. Kevin raises his hand and gives me a tiny wave. Hello. Weren't you out with CAINE? Asks Sarah. I start sweating bullets. He's... My mind is blank. I can't think of anything to say. Sarah eyes the bags around the booth. Thank God they're obscuring her sight from CAINE underneath the table. Did he bail out on you? She asks. Yes, I immediately reply. CAINE hits my shin in response. That's so funny. Inconspicuously, I kick him back. I mean, he had to leave early. Something came up. I correct myself. Please don't notice him. Please don't notice the redhead hiding underneath the table. I'm sure it was important. I don't think he'd abandon you on purpose, says Kevin with a smile. I'm getting something to eat here before I head back home. Sarah and Kevin look at the table and see CAINE's half-eaten grilled sandwich. Shit. I must have really left in a hurry, Sarah muses out loud. What, this? No, this is mine. I pull the plate towards me and grab the sandwich. I was just really famished. This is just like... I know this part is put in for comedic effect, but it's so, like, unnecessary. CAINE flicks his finger against my knee. That little... Is it because I'm eating his sandwich? Sarah and Kevin are giving me an odd look. Oh, I need to get rid of them. Don't let me keep you from your date. Please enjoy yourselves. Oh, nonsense. Shall we join you? Sarah asks gleefully. CAINE bonks his head against the table, causing the entire thing to tremble and all the cutlery to jump an inch into the air. What was that? Ow, I cry out loud in a high tone. Sorry, I hit my knee against the table. CAINE, you trying to get found out? But please enjoy yourselves alone. I don't want to intrude, I say quickly. You're not intruding. Besides, I think Kevin wants to spend some time alone with you. Kevin's face suddenly turns bright red. Dude, you've banged. Like, why are you getting embarrassed? Sarah looks over at Kevin. Seeing his embarrassed face, Sarah can't help but smile. Alright, if that's what Kevin wants. Kevin is way too embarrassed to even reply. It was good to see you. Have fun, I say, hoping they'll... Oh, my... Oh, goodbye. Yeah, okay, don't worry, that's fine. Something is very fragile here. It's very, very fragile. I don't know why. I think it's actually something to do with the back of my PC. Yeah, bye. Okay, bye, Sarah says with a big smile and turns around, walking away with Kevin. They sit down at a booth near the entrance away from us. I sigh in relief. They didn't spot CAINE, even though it's really not a big deal if they did, like seriously. A mop of red hair slowly appears above the table until I see CAINE crawling back into his seat. When he sees his grilled sandwich, he glares at me. Why were you eating my food? I grit my teeth at him and slam my hand on the table. Why couldn't you sit still? They almost saw you. Why'd you kick me? You started it. Ugh, it's all your fault. What, mine? You dropped the necklace in the first place, I fire back. I got distracted, okay? By what? Your sexy neck. I mean, CAINE's face turns crimson. I'm blushing furiously as well. Slowly, CAINE slinks back into his seat, halfway disappearing underneath the table again. Fuck, he mutters as he covers his face with his hands. An awkward silence passes between us. He thinks my neck is sexy. Maybe he's got a thing for exposed skin. I'm so embarrassed for some reason, hearing him say that so bluntly. I start out slowly. Did you find it? CAINE sits up straight again, but refuses to look me in the eye. He hovers his hand across the table and shows me the necklace. I quickly take it from him. This time, put it on yourself, he grumbles. I mean, if it's a necklace that comes down like here, can you not just... Like, this is how I put on necklaces and how every other woman puts on their own necklaces. Or dude, whoever. You, like, the chain... Boop. Turn it around. Oh, it's hanging down. Why does she need... I'm poking holes in where there don't need to be any holes poked. I'm in complete agreement of that. I slip the necklace around my neck, and while it's still a little hard to put on myself, I finally manage to close the clasp. There, it's finally on. Alright, let's get out of here already. I feel so awkward with Sarah and Kevin here, I say. CAINE groans out loud. One problem. What? He points at the booth where they are. They're right at the entrance. What am I gonna do? Just waltz up there and pretend I don't know them? Oh no, he's got a point. They'd wonder why CAINE was here after I told them that he'd left. We could, I tried to come up with a plan. CAINE sighs out loud. Never mind, just go out there alone, I'll figure something out. He stands up from the booth and takes the last piece of his sandwich into his mouth. Huh? What do you mean? I can take care of myself. I'll see you out in front. CAINE quickly walks away towards the bathroom. Not wanting to question him, I pick up all my bags and head towards the entrance. When passing Sarah and Kevin, I give them a quick little wave and then dash out of the cafe with all the bags. Man, your arms are gonna be noodles. I stand out on the sidewalk with my bags in my hand. I look around for CAINE. I don't spot him anywhere yet. I walk away from the cafe, not really wanting to be spotted by Sarah and Kevin by accident. Be spot by Kevin. I guess it works. English is weird. Then I see CAINE walking out of an alley. He jogs up to me. Where'd you come from? I ask. CAINE quickly takes a few bags from my hand. The back, of course. The back, I repeat. You've always got to know your exit strategies. Oh, what a thief. I can't help but laugh. Are you serious? I say while giggling. That's the same thing he said before when we were out singing at karaoke. Something about knowing your exit strategy. I mean, he was drunk before, but I guess he's actually serious about it. What? Why is that so funny? He asks grouchily. The ease of finally being away from the tense situation, combined with the absurdity of the entire ordeal in the first place, makes me laugh even harder. CAINE can't help but join me, finally laughing as well. I can't believe we fooled them, I say, and you got away without being seen. I don't mean to brag or anything, but I'm damn good at slipping in and out of places I shouldn't be in, CAINE puffs out his chest. Until you get caught by me, that is, I say with a grin. CAINE flashes me a genuine smile in return. I'll admit, you've got a knack for catching me off guard. Alright. Let's get these bags to my boutique already. There's a grin on my face that won't leave. Despite our awkward run-in with Sarah and Kevin, I really did enjoy my date today with CAINE. Ain't we cute? Oh, Jesus. See, all these chapters are like 25 minutes plus. that wasn't the case with Neil. I could get like 2 chapters in easily. Whatever, right? Just, I guess the author, I forgot her name, Celiana, something like that. I guess she favors CAINE over Neil. I'm not sure if she favors him over the other person. I can't remember his name, but he's my favorite, and I can't remember his fucking name. It's because it's like, it's Russian or something. Dmitri. There you go. Yeah, that's a good one. How old is James? Is 28. James's route is twice as long as others. His plus content will come out on Steam. But when the next route is done. I think this guy's is the next route. And I'm glad the remaining guys are all in their like 20s. Who's the youngest? Of course, it's Dmitri. Okay. Okay, fine. Nope. Alright, I will see you in the next one.